as has been shown already in the recent past, there are really breakthrough efficiency gains attainable by digitalization of the manufacturing industry. And these efficiency gains, they are really related to the use of assets, the use of materials, raw materials, the use of workforce and inventory, etc. So it's really in the efficiency gains that most of the benefits are shown themselves these days. But particularly recently, the European industry has recognized that gains should also be looked at in the areas of flexibility and resilience, because in the manufacturing systems and in the supply chain, we have in Europe now been hit by many changes and disruptions, and actually, how to compensate for that and how to buffer that in the systems themselves and in the supply chains themselves. That's one of the benefits of digitalization, first and foremost, in now the coming years. So in 2019, so 3 years ago, since, of course, as you know, SIRI has also been originated in Singapore. So my colleagues over there came to know about it at that time. And soon thereafter, a year thereafter, we also adopted it in Europe. And we trained a dozen of my colleagues and myself. I'm also a trained and certified SIRI assessor from that time on. And well, it's now one of the sort of, I would say, cornerstones of our engagement with clients in business development and in consulting, because indeed it gives ourselves and our customers in the discussions a good structure and a coherent picture on what it has at stake on digitalization and the transformations that it requires. Say without exclusion, they are all quite satisfied and enthusiastic about it, because as the structure has been set up, it gives really a good, consistent and structured picture of what is at stake and where to begin indeed. Because indeed they, before the assessments, they struggle indeed with the many questions that they face concerning digitalization and the transformations, because there is really an abundance of use cases and technologies that are offered to them, and how to make the selection and where to begin, that is really what they are struggling with. And but I must also say that one of the key things that is more or less the spin-off of the workshops that are involved in the SIRI assessments is more or less the social aspect of the workshop, so that all of the functions, all of the disciplines of the organization are brought together into one session, focusing on one single topic and learning from each other what their visions and views are on this topic, and how they deal with the many aspects of automation, digitalization. And they certainly recognize that there's a lot of interfaces of their work. There's a lot of also disconnects, but it creates also a good awareness and a we can do this mentality after the workshop. So enthusiasm is created there as well, and this is one of the benefits that we hear a lot back after the meetings.